Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer should be a big treat. This comes from Tilted Barn. This is their Raffi, and what it is a oatmeal. It's a coffee oatmeal stout coming in at 7.6% ABV. Got a nice picture of some coffee beans and stuff growing up out of the coffee beans. Tilted Barn makes some really tasty stuff. This comes from Greg, and he writes on this particular beer. He picked up some Rhode Island beers, and that's where these guys are out of. Raffi from Tilted Barn picked us up at the brewery on 9/23. Today's 9/28. It don't get a whole lot fresher than that, guys. Canned on 9/19. There's a smear that makes it look like 19/19/17. Another winner from them. Pineapple flavor. No, I'm reading cactus. Let me start all over that. Raffi from Tilted Barn picked us up at the brewery on 9/23. No date stamp, but definitely canned earlier that week. This is the first stout that I've sent to you from them. Just finishing up a glass as I type this. So this will be the first stout that I've had from these guys at Tilted Barn. I want to thank Greg and his brother Adam and his pop that goes out and picks up beers for Greg to send to me. Guys, I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. I want to send out that special thanks to Greg and Adam and their dad that they've got into craft beer. It sounds like, so that's great. That really is. So Greg, thanks again, my brother. I do appreciate it. From one Greg to another, you demand. You demand. I do appreciate all these wonderful New England beers that he sends me. So feel very blessed that I have such wonderful subscribers that send me these awesome beers from around the world. So, like I told you, these guys are out of Rhode Island, and he went to the brewery and picked this up. 7.6 alcohol by volume. Untapped has it listed at 7.6, but no IBUs. We don't have the IBUs on this beer, but it's a stout, so not super critical on the IBUs. It's not an IPA or a double IPA or anything like that. Would like to know that, but we don't. So it is what it is. And I looked at the can, and it does have the 9 looks like a 19, the way that the machine put it on there. So and there is no 19th month, so it's got to be a 9. There's nothing else we need to talk about. I don't have a commercial description here or Beer Advocate, so we're going to find out together what this beer brings to the table. So let's do it. Let's pop the top on this thing. Big 16-ounce can. Into the glass to go. It's pitch black coming out of that, guys. Food pairings: the cheese, the earthy camembert, patina, general, chocolate, dessert. Meat is shellfish, smoked meat. Glass for the pint, becker, knife, tumbler, mug, stein, sidel. I'm using my favorite tulip glass. And it says here, not recommended for scented celery. Unless it's a hop forward beer. I don't know why you could not cellar this beer. I got a little left in this big 16-ounce can. I didn't want to fill it all the way up. About a quarter finger of head on that pour. And there is absolutely no light. Guys, it is pitch black coming out of the can. Looks very much like a stout or an imperial stout. Let's get it to the nose. Oh man, the coffee is off the chain, guys. Big time coffee notes. Wow. Espresso coffee. front seat, back seat, middle seat, all the seats, school bus, all the seats, coffee. Absolutely outstanding. If it wasn't for the 7.6%, this will be a good breakfast stout. Now on the weekend, I mean, you young bucks, y'all can do a 7.6%, can't you? Huh? And still function. And Lord have mercy, if I drank a 7.6% for breakfast, I'd be back in the bed in an hour. Coffee is outstanding, guys. And the coffee is overpowering everything. I am getting a little bit of the roasted malt, almost to the burnt characteristics. And some of that oatmeal will probably come out in the taste and the creaminess that they've used. I like molasses. Probably going to get some dark fruit in there as it warms up to room temperature, which I will do, and I always do. Smells wonderful. Smells like a Starbucks fresh roasted coffee. Absolutely outstanding coffee notes on this, guys. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. As you can see, the head is dissipated. There is absolutely none. It's not even covering the top of the beer now. Wow. Wow. Espresso coffee to the 12th power. Absolutely impressive on the coffee. That would be the biggest reason why you should not sell this beer, because the coffee nuts are going to fade. As strong as the coffee is on this, though, this may keep for a little while. It might keep 6 months, but that coffee is going to fade over time. So you probably want to drink this within the first 3 to 6 months. Wow. Unbelievable coffee notes. I'm very impressed with this. And I've asked this question multiple times when you get a coffee beer like this with that much coffee influence on it. How much caffeine is in the beer? Would like to have that information too. This is an Imperial Coffee Stout or Coffee Stout. We use this kind of coffee. What's the caffeine on this? What's the caffeine rating on this? Is this like a glass, a cup of coffee, 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, 3 cups of coffee? Is it like one of those power drinks that you drink? I mean, you're going to get that much caffeine from it? I'm sure it has that aspect to it with that much coffee taste and aromas. Would like to know that. I mean, I don't know if it's that information is available, but I'm sure there's some caffeine in this beer with that much coffee notes that I'm getting. Well, before I go off camera, I'm going to pull the rest of this in here. And that is pitch black coming out of the can, guys. It is very, very, very dark beer. As far as creaminess, I'm not getting so much of that for the oatmeal that's used, but that may come out as it warms up. Let's sip on this for a while, let her taste it, and we'll come back after I sip on it for a while, and may even fire up a cigar to go with this nice espresso coffee oatmeal stout. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. It's not about 30 minutes or so, maybe even a little longer. Decent beer, big time coffee notes, espresso coffee notes on this beer. Oatmeal, not so much. They could double the oatmeal in this beer. It's not very creamy. It had absolutely no head retention. It didn't give me any lacing on the glass. Oatmeal is basically non-existent. They didn't use enough oatmeal in this beer. Other than that, it is a nice coffee stout. I don't know if I'd even put oatmeal on the front of it. I'm not getting any of that. Absolutely none. Zeros. Nada. They could double that on this beer. As you can see on the glass, no lacing, no head. It needs a little tweaking in my opinion, guys. I'm going to give it that till tomorrow. Does some really good stuff. I don't know if this is our first attempt getting into the stout category. Oatmeal is not there. Absolutely not there. It's a little on the undercarbonated side as far as I'm concerned too on that. It had a nice hiss when I opened it up, but you've seen a quarter finger of head, and then it dissipated super quick, and it's gone. And So I think the oatmeal part of it needs a little tweaking. But as far as the coffee part of it, off the chain. Off the chain, guys, on this. Coffee is there. It's taking up every seat in the school bus. But they need, if they want to do a coffee oatmeal, they need to probably double the oatmeal they're doing in this one. So that was the only fuss I had about that. Other than that, alcohol is super well hidden. A very nice, tasty coffee stout, but not as creamy as I was hoping it was going to be. So, final chug. As I'm sipping on it, it almost turns into a flat beer. With no lacing, no head retention, no creaminess. So, but like I said, it may be their first try at it. So, my opinion, my suggestion would be double the oatmeal that you're using on this, and see where that goes. I didn't think it was very creamy. I didn't think it had enough head retention, and with the head that it poured, I didn't think it had enough carbonation. Don't want it to get over-carbonated, but I think the head should last a little longer than it did on this one. But I did enjoy it. So, Greg, pretty tasty beer. If you're into the coffee stouts, excellent candidate. If you want a little creamy oatmeal in your coffee stout, not so much. So, but still, very enjoyable beer. To me, guys, B+. That's where I'm going to give it. 89. That's where I'm going to put this one. Let's run over to Beer Advocates, and of course, like I told you, in the last couple of beers, they've changed their ratings, and they're not giving a rating anymore. They're giving a percentage, and they tell us that 93.8% like this beer. So that tells me that 6.2% didn't like this beer. So whatever the frick that's supposed to mean. Not a fan, like I said. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be using Rate Beer. I mean, not Rate Beer, but Beer Advocate. Rate Beer is already out of the picture on this, so it may come down to it within the next week or so that I'm not even going to go to Beer Advocate. I may use their food pairings for it, but I'm not going to go to their percentages. So, Untapped has this at 3.97, which is B+ to A-. I'm not going to the A- scale because of what I told you. The creaminess, the oatmeal, the head retention. Like I said, after the first couple of sips, it almost looked like a flat beer and tasted like a flat beer. But it had big-time coffee notes. Coffee is off the chain, guys, on this beer. If you like a coffee stout, this is pretty tasty, but don't be misled by the oatmeal on the label. I'm not getting any of that. Absolutely none. So, I think they could tweak this a little bit more, and it would be an awesome, outstanding, world-class beer. So, that's where we're going to leave it. If you've had this one from Tilted Barn Brewing, this is a Raffi Coffee Oatmeal, and you can probably cross that out. Stout. Nice stout. A nice coffee stout. That's where I'm put it. As far as oatmeal, not there. Not getting it. So, if you've had this from them, let me know what you think, and until we meet again, let's go see what's in the